everybody. My name is Brooke, and welcome to the A Knit Soul podcast. First, let me tell you a little about me. I am an interior design major at a university in DC, and I've been knitting for about a year and a half. I learned when I was much younger, but picked it up in December of 2011. I also sew and spin, and I really enjoy what I do. This podcast is to share what I make, as well as to share some things I call explorations with you all, which are things that I learn or see or think about that I think would serve to enrich you as it has enriched me. My works in progress, I have quite a few because I'm participating in a challenge with Gimme Yarn 418 on YouTube, and it's called the 10,000 meters challenge. And basically, for April, May, and June, the goal is to knit or crochet a total of 10,000 meters of yarn. And basically, we had to wait until April 1st to start. So I kind of like had all these projects planned out, and I just like had to pass on everything. So everything is not that much worked on. Other than my first work in progress is the Rebel cardigan, and I'm working on it for my mother. This is the back. It's not, I haven't blocked it yet, so it's still rolling. I finished the back. I finished 2 sleeves, which they're just sleeves. They're not that impressive. And as well, I just earlier this morning, I finished the left front of the cardigan. So all I have left to do before Mother's Day is the right front and the ribbing around the edges and the seaming and all that. One thing I did find with this is that I blocked the sleeves, and they just ended up being really, really big, much bigger than they were before blocking. So I kind of just let them dry, scrunched up, and I'm going to try to steam block them so that I can steam them. But the Knit Pick Switch DK, which is what I'm using, grows tremendously. The second work in progress is the Shipped Afghan, and the pattern is from Knit Pick's website. The yarn I'm using is a whole bunch of colors of woolies. Right now I'm only on the 3rd square. I haven't really been working on it so much because I've been trying to finish my mom's cardigan for Mother's Day, and this is not included, neither that nor the cardigan are included in the challenge. Okay, so next work in progress is the Cowl, which obviously only a few rows are done. This is from my friend Amy, and it's out of Morocco Comfort because she is allergic to wool. So it's really simple. It's a free pattern, just knits and purls, and then a little lace section. It's going to end up being an infinity cowl once it's finished, and really pretty. The next work in progress is the etta hat, ETTA. This is out of Cascade Superwash 220. This one is also for a friend. It's from my friend named Shivani, who I went to school with. And I just started it a couple days ago actually, and it's really fast. I think I sort of have cable fatigue, if you will, because from just doing cable after cable after cable, and it's all the same with that cardigan, and I guess I'm just trying to get it done, so I'm doing a lot of it. Up next is the Ona shawl, which I have been knitting on a ton, like a ton. I I think also like to distract me from the cabling um, and sleeping. But this is from Knit Scene Winter 2011, and I saw it in Fiberspace. The yarn is Stonehenge Fiber Mills Shepherd's Wool, and I actually bought it from Fiberspace in Alexandria, and I really liked the pattern, and the pattern is also really easy but really pretty, and I can't wait to have a big squishy shawl. The next work in progress, and the last one for today, is the Spectra. The red yarn is Knit Picks Gloss in Cranberry, and this yarn is Knit Picks Gloss Bear, which I dyed specifically for this because I wanted the red to pop um, inside of this, but I didn't intend for it to look patriotic, but I don't have a problem with that. Finished objects, which is combined knitting and spinning finished object. This is called the drop stitch cowl. I hand dyed and spun the yarn specifically for Knit Me Happy's endometriosis KAL. The yarn turned out more green than I expected, and therefore I asked her if I asked her for permission to put it into the knit along. I haven't received a response yet, but I'm sure that'll happen before it ends. And this is the rest of the ball that I had left. I think in retrospect I wish I had knit more, because it sort of, once I blocked it, it just kind of lays flat, and I don't like how it looks when it lays flat. I may go back and either take out the bind off or just pick up stitches and use the rest of the yarn. This is Falkland that I dyed and spun using a supported spindle. It's a bulky weight yarn. It's not really super bulky, which also could contribute to why it looks so different from the pattern as well. And sort of another finished object, which is just some things that I've dyed. This is Hormonal that I picked up when I visited Greensboro a few weeks ago, and I dyed it with, this is my first time dyeing with food color and Kool-Aid. I had all sorts of neon food colors. I had black food coloring, and I also had orange and blue Kool-Aid in here. And I was just trying to see what would happen. It didn't quite turn out the way I wanted because the blue covered up the yellow and made it green. So of course, you know, blue absorbs more slowly, and I just accidentally jostled the pot too much, so the blue overpowered the yellow, which of course is really easy to do. And this is Alpaca that I won in a giveaway from Dalapon, also here on YouTube, and I dyed them in 3 separate pots because I want a really like marled look, because I have some more that's dark brown and light brown, and I was gonna like spin one with these colors and spin another with the dark brown and light brown and hope for a marled look. But as I'm thinking, I'm going to combine it with wool because I'd like to make a hat, so I need something more elastic. So I'm going to probably dye some wool in the same colors and then combine the two before spinning it. Okay. Oh, last one is object. I made this a couple weeks ago, and this is a bucket bag, and it's from the free class on Craftsy, and there's the inside. I got all the fabric from Joann here in Virginia. Sorry it's a little bit dirty, but yeah, it was just like a Friday night, I don't want to do any work, so I'm going to make a bag. I wasn't really too serious or perfect about knitting, sewing a circle. In fact, I don't think I've ever sewn a circle before, so considering, I think it turned out well. Um, and now for explorations. Yesterday, I took a trip to New York, a day trip, for a drawing class that I'm taking. And first, my friend and I, we went down to Soho and I visited Pearl Soho. I have to say I was disappointed. Um, I think I expected more, which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with the shop. I guess it's my perception of it. But one thing that I will say that was frustrating is that the way they have the yarn organized is it's not organized by weight. So everything is everywhere, and all of the yarn is stuffed into the cubbies so that you almost are pulling everything out just to pull one out to even see what it is. And so it doesn't provide for quick, okay, I'm going to go here because I want fingering weight and see exactly what they have. You have to sort of go all over where they have the yarn to find the fingering weight yarn. As well, I was disappointed the only needles that they sell, the only circular needles that they sell are Addy Turbos. And I just wanted to pick up the needles since I was there. I got 2 sets of needles, but I would rather have Addy Turbo lace, and I was also looking to try Knitter's Pride carbons. So I'll probably just end up buying another, because I bought a size 6 and a size 2, I'll probably end up buying another size 6 set of needles that are Knitter's Pride carbons because I'd like to try those. As well, went to the Frick Gallery, and that was amazing. It's someone's house that I guess, I don't know what his first name was, but Frick, it was his house, and he, in his will, donated his art collection and wanted it to be used for education. And on exhibit, they had 7 Piero della Francescos, which basically never happened. And one of them was from the NGA here in DC, but a few of them were brought over from Italy, where most of Piero della Francesco's work is. As well, they had Turner's, Duccio, El Greco, Cimabue, they had Titian, they had 3 Vermeers. It had all this beautiful furniture. Um, it was amazing. And they also had a drawing exhibit, impressionist drawing exhibit. So Monet, Degas, um, some of the others, I don't remember. It was a lot. There was so much. And it was nice to see, and it was digestible. After that, we went to the Frick, and I mean, we went to the Met, which is huge and crazy, and I really want to go back. All we got to see were the European paintings, because by that time in the day, we were just really tired. So we didn't get to see much, but there's so much there. And one thing that astounded me is the way we walked in. The first thing that you see is the top and bottom of this column from a Greek temple, and it's like, what? Like, it's humongous, it's crazy, and it's just like, these things really exist. And then as you're walking between the 16, 15th to 17th century European paintings, to the 18th to 19th century European paintings, you walk over this crossing that has a window, and you look down in the window, you see all of these Greek sculptures, and it's almost reminiscent of an archaeological dig, sort of, just like as if they had been dug out and they were just all sitting there, just like, and it was really interesting, and I'm sure that that was purposely designed that way. But it was interesting, and I never been before, and I definitely plan to go back. Overall, I had a great day in New York, and I'm glad I went, and the weather was great. Um, but uh, something I forgot to say at the beginning is I decided to go ahead and start this podcast because I was watching Kim of the Crash Test podcast, and she was talking about another podcast who is Biddy Punk, BIDDY Punk, and she was just saying that a lot of people have podcasts now, and how that is a good thing, and that um, it's sort of not a shocking thing that someone would have a podcast. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I just never did it. I never was like, well, I don't know what sort of theme I'm gonna have. I don't know any of that. And I decided, well, I'll just go ahead, and as I develop doing my cast off crew videos, I will develop doing the podcast. And I also won't be congested forever. Allergies really, for some reason this year, are just really bad. But as always, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.